Visualizing lameness is an art because it just takes practice, practice, practice. But in order to get good at it, you have to have some basic working principles. A little narrow behind, and he's just short, gated. I don't see a lot of weight distribution off or on any corner. Little bit of heat in his right knee, but no appreciable inflammation. Travels like a horse that's kind of foot oriented to me, but his feet are ice cold. The next thing I do is strictly pain response. It's a FLEXION test and palpation, and I'm looking for a response, an abnormal response to my pressure. And one of the key things you need to do when you're doing this is always compare sides, because you may hit a spot that you think is significant and he reacts the same on both. So it means it's just him, or he's got bilateral issues. Right. You see a consistency there? I got nothing out of his left knee, and I'll go back to it. I'm looking for the obvious, him pulling away from me. This is lower knee joint, actually middle. I'm putting thumb pressure on his radial and intermediate carpal bone, and now his third and fourth. It's all middle joint, no response. I'll move to his upper joint. He doesn't like it. The pain response corresponded to the heat I felt early. One of the basic rules of thumb is a little phrase, down on sound. Their weight distribution goes down into their sound leg. She's subtle, but I'm picking up a little bit of weight distribution into her right fore and right hind. I cut the horse in half. You're going to just confuse yourself completely trying to look front and back in all at the same time. Pretend they're a two-legged animal, one trip, watch their front legs and their weight distribution over them. And then you do the same on the rear, independently. And then once you have made some sort of assessment, you can combine the two in your head. Let's go on in. I'm picking up very, very subtle left fore, left hind. This is what I mean by down on sound. We cut the horse in half and look at just their two front legs. You know, you can look for a head nod. Sometimes it's not there. Sometimes you just notice it in their shoulder distribution. But if they're off left, their weight's going to sink into their good leg, into their sound leg. So whether it's a head bob or just a shoulder pitch without a head bob, their weight distribution sinks into the good leg. And that's what I was talking about up there. The riders feel that, but they don't understand that that's the good leg. So it's down on sound is the rule of thumb. When you're trying to sort something out or find the problem, you've got no leads, you know, you got a leg, but you don't know where it is. You know, you get in the realm of diagnostic blocking where you numb certain areas and jog them again, visualize them, and see if you got an improvement or not. If you do, that region is your area. If you don't, you move on to the next spot. I'm close. It feels good on those legs. In other words, I'm seeing a little deficit left front, left hind.